Should be live. Let's have a look. I'll have a good cigarette, man. Right. What's going on, champs? Hope you guys doing well. It's been an interesting day in terms of trading itself, hasn't it? Whoopsie. Bit of a delay there. Yeah, it's been a bit of an interesting one in terms of trading itself with Bitcoin. You know what Bitcoin's doing? Bitcoin's actually popped up. CPI data came out. I mean, the talk was all about like, it was going to be, what do you call it? It's going to come out hot and stuff like that. Inflation, recession, the usual talk. That's what the talk was all about. I saw a lot of discussion yesterday in regards about CPI coming in hot as well. So I was a little bit on edge as well. I'm like, okay, let's see how this works out. One level at a time. And yeah, so it came out lower, 4.9%. Bears are going to be like, well, it's time to, the numbers are fake. I don't know. I'm going to break down the dollar index, in my opinion. I think dollar index is playing within a macro range of 2016's range. We're below the range high itself. We'll discuss the plans on the lower time frame itself and whatnot. And look at Bitcoin and Ethereum as the normal one as well. Seeing if the 32K is on the table is very well possible. Still on the table. I haven't been bearish yet. Short term is short term. But in terms of actually being bearish in regards to going for lows itself in particular, like 25K, 24.6K, that kind of level. That's not my thoughts in reality itself. Until we lose 27K, then I could say 27K. Then I could say we go to 25. But we'll do the whole thing together, and we go from there. So this before we actually do the shout out to you guys as well, I just want to give a special shout out to OKX, sponsors of Trader Denk's YouTube itself and on the Twitter as well. I actually trade on with OKX specifically in regards to my leverage trade itself. So you guys are all more than welcome to actually hit the likes button, number 1, subscribe as well, number 2, and also the affiliate links at the bottom. What I'm looking to do is actually there's been a couple of guys that actually joined in the group itself. Normally it's you know how it is in terms of the group itself. There's a fee to it every month as well, but like if you trade a certain amount of volume per month as well, you can have access to it to the private group without actually paying. So that's without paying the monthly fees. So the commission from the affiliate will cover you up itself. If you're interested, give me a shout on Twitter at Trader Denk, and then we can see what's up. But yeah, OKX sponsor Manchester City. I can already see like Spaffer says like the hat as well. Sponsor Manchester City. Watched the game yesterday. We freaking took it to them, bro. We took it to them. I'm not a City fan. That's the thing is, I'm not a City fan. But like the sponsors, gotta show them love as well. And I've been to the private box a few times. And I've been fortunate enough to actually to be invited to go and watch Real Madrid versus Manchester City home semi-final Champions League. Man, fucking hell! It's a 1-1 game. I'm looking forward to it. I'm genuinely looking forward to it. So it's gonna be a good one. So next week Wednesday as well, and then I'm gonna meet my boy Angelo, who's in the chat as well, on Thursday, and Touche too as well. So it should be lit. I got a good week. Coming up next week as well. So yeah. And also McLaren as well, and appreciate the thing is Spraffers about liking that as well. The sponsors of OKX. You can see it's pretty lit. I think the hat is mad though. Do you know what? I'll tell you something straight up, right? About freaking wearing hats. It's less hassle, bruv. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't need to comb your hair. Like look, my hair's a bit of a mess, right? It's all spiky and thing and whatnot, right? But I don't give a shit. I got a hat on, right? It's all blessed. Now I can understand why bald people want to be bald. It makes absolute sense. I don't blame them, bruv. Shout out to the bald people. You know what I'm saying? So let's give a shout out to who's here. We got Gandalf in the house. I was just thinking, oh bless you, man. Touche, how you doing? Crypto Kaiser, I'm all good, man. What you saying, man? You got Spraffers and now. Shout out to you, my bro. John Kaboosh, always got love for my brother there. And we got Angelo here as well. We got Piotr in the house. What's going on, brother? How you doing, man? Smash the likes, hit the subscribe button, and let's get cracking with the whole shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'll give the shout out as you chime in your little bits and bobs and stuff like that. Okay, cool. So I was talking about 2016, bit of up 10 beat. I started off with a bit like, yo, it's really slow and trying to be cool and stuff like that. Now all of a sudden, see the excitement. I can't even fucking speak. The excitement itself has got me from I don't even know what I'm talking about. What the fuck? The excitement of the game next week Wednesday is pumped me up big time. So like, yeah, let's get this energy going. Smash the likes as well. Throw your comments and whatnot, and let's get cracking. We got Zaka in the house. Joel Fennell, what's going on, brother? Joel's doing sick in the group, man. I'm so proud of that kid. Right? He's not a kid though. That's the thing is, he's not a kid. He's the same age as me, right? And but he's doing really, really phenomenally well. He caught Ethereum really, really low as well. Fucking smashed it there. Good on him as well. We got Wang Sing Jiat. How you doing, my brother? John Gruber says, Dank with his messy hair looks better than me. Bruv, trust me, man. This is messy. I need to have a trim before I fly out, man. I'm flying out to freaking yeah, I'm flying. I don't want to really say too much about it, but I'm flying out on Friday, so we'll see what's up. Anyway, dollar index. Let's get that cracking. So I'm on the 12 months, the yearly, right? I said to you guys, right, that like that the dollar is actually playing in a range, right? And it's always like, look, you guys heard it time and time again. We're always in a range. John, what you saying, brother? John ____. 3 underscores, my man. We got John in the house there as well. So yeah, I was saying dollar index, right? Dollar index is playing in a range. I always say to you over and over again that price is always in a range. That's how I read the charts. It doesn't mean anything else to me but a range in it. Joe, great. What you saying, my bro? Yeah, price is always in a range no matter what. And the thing is, sometimes you just gotta look out and have a look at what the fuck's going on, right? It's a lot of mess, a lot of candles over here. Let's narrow it down one step at a time, right? What I'm seeing is, in particular, I'm going to get a different chart, actually. Cancel this. Yeah, I'm going to get a different chart. Dixie. Capital Comp. This month. Nah, I don't like you. I don't like you. ICE US. Yeah, that will do. That will perfectly do, actually. So price is in a range. You can see, right, what we've got here. This is a range over here. Oopsie daisy. This is a range over here, right? We've got capped over here. This is another range over here. Capped over here. And then really and truly, if you think about it as well, we're hanging around here. There's a range over here. So we're capped somewhere. Where are we capped at? I'm just going to start the yearly. Nice and simple. Nothing too complicated. All I'm seeing is this high in particular caps the whole market. And this low caps the market on the downside. What am I trying to say? You see this high over here, right? And this low in this one candle. This one candle gives us a fucking range in it. That's 2016's range in it, right? What's going on in 2016? What was I doing in 2016? I was in uni still. Was I don't even know. I think I was in uni. 2016, I was like fucking, how old was that? That's 7 years ago, bruv. I was young, fam. I was a young lad. But you see the high over here, resistance, support. We have a deviation there. We come into this area. We don't even tag the range high itself, but never mind. Come off in all the block itself. And then we can see we had a spike up from last year. Everyone was all saying like, yeah, recession's in the fucking house. Yo, we're gonna go, dollar index is gonna go to 1,000. Next thing, Vegeta's gonna come over and says, "Yo, it's over 9,000." I don't know what's going on there, but like everyone got all bullish and stuff like that. But it looks like a resistance, bro. You know what I'm saying? We closed underneath it, and all we did is this year we spiked up, and we're still below the yearly open. So what does that mean to me? You know, what that means to me first, right, is price in the range, which, you know, and the second thing is where's my next target? If I'm gonna go swing the mid range, and after that, after the mid range, right, we come back down. Loses low level there, bearish market structure, range low. I still think 2016's low is gonna come. In regards to the whole crypto RS, how you doing, my brother? Shout out to him, man. He's showing me a lot of love on Twitter as well. I see the guys who actually who comments, who likes as well. I see your name come up over and over again. So shout out to you guys. Big love for the support and respect for that. But yeah, so like prices in a range. So for me, if you're playing low to high, high to low, where we're at? We're at the high right now. We're at the high where we come into mid-range, and then to range low. That's what it is. Simple as that. That's the way I'm seeing it. So in regards to if it's gonna be like, what does that mean in terms of stocks? If dollar index, right? If DXY goes up, your stocks, which is like your whatchamacallit, ES, the S&P, the Nasdaq, the Dow, they will go down. And when that happens, what does that do? Is it not related to BTC? So BTC will also go down, right? What does that also relates to? The dollar index. If that goes up, the currencies like your yen, your euro, your pound sterling, and all that will go down because the value of the pound sterling is not going to be as strong as dollar is rising. Okay, it's euro against the USD. So if USD is rising, euro drops. So that's one way of looking at it. So there's all this correlation there. But then what happens, right, when dollar index starts breaking down? It's the opposite, complete opposite. So what we do, right, dollar index go down, currencies go up. So your euro USD, your GBP USD, AUD USD, all those kind of things, they go up. And you have to remember, 54% of the euro is encompasses the dollar index itself. So that's a big factor. So if euro's going up, you know that dollar's going to go down as well, and you can play that quite easily in terms of stock, in forex. Stocks will also go down. Sorry, my bad. Will go up, and BTC will also follow, going up. Okay, so if you think about it in the bigger picture point of view, there's one with the H opposite N, the K, and then opposite N, TAV. I don't know how to say your name, my bro. If you can spell it out, right, I'll definitely give you a shout. But Martin, what you say, my brother? We got Brule in the house. Good to have you here as well. Big love to you guys. Afternoon, well, it's evening for you guys there, so good evening there. So yeah. Anyway, so that goes up. You put these range highs, right, and then we're coming back down, and then we've already seen that freaking the recession's gone to 4.9%. You know, the data came out as 4.9%. We're not in a recession really. If there's a recession, we'd be going over 5%. So if we're going to 4.9, does it stay at 4.9? You know, we're below that 5 marker, which is a good sign, right? What will happen to the dollar index? Dollar index will go down. Dollar index go to the mid range. All this I expect to go up. And if you recall, the last time we actually been on the stream last time, we talked about Euro USD, and I've hit target at the mid range. Now what I'm looking for is a reclaim the mid range, go to the range high. I'll touch base on that in just a moment, okay? So stay tuned. Anyway, so that's it. That's the range I'm playing. Nothing else. So if I draw this out, right, where's my first my targets I'm looking for? 97,869. Can you see that? Right in the mid range. This level, this number here. So 97,869 will be next one. Then the range low will be around 92, 92,087. Not exactly a drawn scale, but you get the point. So that's what I'm looking for. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, Rafael? Walaikum salam. It has been a while. I do apologize. I didn't do a stream last week. Maybe it's just me being lazy and stuff like that. But I had stuff going on. It was a busy ass week for me last week actually. So yeah, I do apologize for that. We'll make it up for this week though. Now we have that in mind. Let's just drop it down. There's a reason why I'm going to dollar a bit more in depth than anything else, right? Because all I'm looking for is the play out, just the play. I'm just looking for what dollar index does, and then how that relates to stocks, currencies, and BTC. Okay, so then I can actually take my day trades and stuff like that, and my swing trades and whatnot. Okay. Now, dollar index, right, in terms of market structure, has been bullish, right? If this was bearish market structure, right, so yeah. We broke these highs over here, broke these highs over here, broke these highs over there, taking these highs out, and we just come up, bounces off it, come back down, bounce off it, underneath this particular high itself. And if I were to show you 2016's high, you can see it's right over here. That's 2016's high. Okay, so we're just here now. That's the range bound environment, and the mid range comes into about somewhere around here, right? 96 point something, isn't it? And look where the mid range comes in, about maybe a little bit higher. About there. I think that looks about right. That looks a little bit right, give or take. Right, and once we lose this level here, what happens then? Break down, right? Well, really and truly, I'd say, nah, let's be convenient. This level here, that level there. You see that level there? That was support. We closed underneath it. Is this the retest? Once we lose this level here, retest, confirmation to go down to where? Target 1 will be here. And then target 2 will be the mid-range. And then we'll see what happens at the mid-range. Is everyone following that? That's what it is. Just a macro view. Let me zoom back in, okay? Let me draw. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to have to draw that range. I've got an idea. So that's the high. And that's the low. Right? Approximately there. But yeah, you get the point. So now if I drop it down to like, yeah, let me zoom in. We're unable to get above the mid-range, but when we do a deviation. We get capped at what? This area here. That area here caps the whole market there. We have a stop run and then sells off there. We'll come back to the lows over here. Okay, that's what we've done so far, and we're back in 2016's high. If it was supposed to be bullish, we should be holding this level there. Any smaller dip, but why are we taking out these lows there? Possibly to go up higher, but we got inefficiencies over here, inefficiencies over here, and we got some slight inefficiencies over here, and we got some inefficiency right over here because we got fill that a little bit there. I think there's a little bit left there. And X, Y, and Z. You can't see it. Let me show my hide my face. There we go. See where this bit here, tiny little bit of inefficiency here, and then work our way down to the very beginning of the last down candle that sent the market up. Let's go back down, and then we'll see what the deal is to be spiked down and whatever. That's the idea. So I don't know. We'll figure it out when the time comes. Put my face back up. Now, this is what I'm looking for. There. This is what I just said to you. So we find support, 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 closing underneath it. If we close beneath it this week, it's game over. Lights fucking out. Once we take out these lows here, lights out, mate. Bye, motherfuckers. And then where you're going to go to, I'd say target one will have to be here. This here. Now let's front run it. So right here, this high here. Nice, easy target there. Have a bit of a bounce. Let it do its thing. Get underneath it. Then we go straight into the mid-range. Take out the double bottoms, triple bottoms over there. That's all it is, Bob's your fucking uncle. If dollar index is going down, Bitcoin's going to go up. You know what I'm saying? How high as Bitcoin goes? Well, do you remember when we did that freaking yo, huge analyst, what you saying, man? Bro, you got a bunch of people that came in, man. We got Leanne, how you doing? Nice to have you here. Trader.r. Rafa's in the house as well. Appreciate it, man. You're a real guy, bruv. I remember you from a long time ago. You're a real one. Easton's proper short fam. Is it? I'll have a look in a bit, man. Don't say that. Don't say that. We got huge analyst. Nah, you're never late, bruv. You're never late, man. The McLaren hat, bruv. It's OKX. Sponsored by OKX, isn't it? Oh, thank you, Trader. Appreciate that, man. Touche is a fucking legend. So, yeah. So, that's what I'm looking for. Now, where am I wrong? Possibly. If you reclaim this level here. Hold support. And then I say bullish price action. Reclaim this high. I can say, yeah, fuck it. Let's go to these highs there. Right? No problem. We'll see what happens after that. Then do we shank down and whatnot. So, we'll see what happens, okay? Now, on the lower time frame, right? Let's go on the daily. Right? I want to highlight something on the dollar, right? Yeah, let me get that chart back up. It's much easier if I just do it from there. Dixie, ICE US. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. Okay. So on the lower time frame, right? We got this. See this order block right here? That's the last down candle that's in the market back up. We are consolidating into here. The longer we consolidate here, the bigger the expansion is to me on the downside from the entry. It's gonna come out. It's like a fucking imagine, right? You get like I was just thinking of something really fucked up, man. I don't know if I should say it. Imagine you get shot in the head in it. Fucking hell. This is dark. This is now. Imagine you get shot in the head, and like the bullet is gonna go through your skull, through the brain, and through the back of your skull, and then to the fucking wall in it. That's the fucking bullet. This is what you call it. To me, it's like a headshot. That's a nasty headshot. So we come back down. It's gone through the skull, right? Going through the brain. Once we get out the back of the skull, out we go. And that's what it looks like to me as well. Now OKX is sick, you know. They're really, really lit, man. I've used them for quite some time actually, and I don't have no problem with them. But yeah, to me that's what it is. Now once we get back underneath here, bearish market structure, off we go. Then we can say yeah to the targets that we wanted and and targets we wanted towards the mid range, or if we break above on the upside, off we go. This is where we're looking for. That's all it is. That's all it is I'm looking for in terms of the price action wise. In terms of higher time frame, we are below the monthly open. You can see. Let me drop it down onto the 1 hour. Look at that shank. That's a shank. That's what you call a dirty shank in it. Just highlight this. Monthly open's right here. That's the monthly open. We get above the monthly open, hold support, make the highs of the month, we get back underneath it, retest the monthly open on the underside, sells off, pushes up for a retest, does a deviation of the monthly open, comes back down, pushes back up, does another deviation, and then sells off, right? Takes out all these lows over here, okay? So that's what it's done. So he could, well, come back down here, break down, and then looking to come out to these liquidity over here, and then we'll see what happens next. That's what I'm looking for. And then the plan for the expansion of that blue box I was showing you, well, that daily order block there. Or I could be wrong completely. If we get back up, bullish price action above this high itself, whoopsie daisy, this high itself, and then I'll be like, all right, cool, let's go. Next target here, and then we're talking about the breakout on the blue side. Off we go. That's all it is. Simple as that. That's the way I'm following this, like day in and day out. Now, how is euro looking like quickly? I just want to touch base on euro before we move on, right? Euro, it's underneath the macro mid range. That's just there. That's the macro mid range. I want to see us reclaim that level. Well, it's not out. We're not out the blues yet. We are starting to show bullish market structure. Why we're taking out these highs over here? We could bounce. We could even come back down over here. But once we reclaim and hold above it, I'm looking for price to come into where to this area there, and then this area here, and possibly take out these highs there. And then we'll see what happens next there. So euro's not looking too bad. All I'm looking for in terms of the macro scale, right? If I just show you this on the daily, we bounce, we get back in the lows, start the year, push up to the mid range, find resistance, come back down, come at the support, pushes up. We're at the mid range. Is this a deviation? I don't know. If we reclaim these highs over here, bullish price action, that's your fucking long. Off you go. Target 1, for target 2. If it's completely wrong, right, and we're gonna go down and dollar's bullish, right, then what we're looking for is losing this low over here. Was that this low? Yeah, losing this low. Oopsie daisy. This low over here. Once we lose this level there, the bearish market structure coming back down to target 1, target 2, and then we'll see if we can squeeze in for target 3 there. That's what it is. Simple as that. So I'm not rushing at all. ES is looking pretty decent. To me, ES is coming down to February's high. Look at this. This is September's high, right? And then we got, you won't be able to see this. Let me move to the side over here. So what we have is September's high. We've got September's low right here. That's the support. That's a deviation. We run out September's low. That is September's high over there. We take out September's high. We are consolidating at the mid-range itself. We're holding in the mid-range. Within the mid-range itself, we've got another range band over here, which is all in red. Let me zoom into that. Delete that for a second. As you can see, you're looking for, that's February's high, February's low. We take out February's low, do a deviation, retest the yearly open, step back into the range, hold support, back into the mid-range where we're looking for liquidity at the range high. So all we've done is we've found support off the mid-range, run these lows over there. We're looking for a breakout, bullish price action there. Off we go, take out the highs, come into 4220, I don't fucking know, 4224, and then looking to squeeze into here. Then we'll see what happens. If we break out and hold above this bullish price action, off we go. Dollar should be breaking down too as well. That's what we're looking for. Wait a second, that's what it's there. So that's what we're looking for there. Yeah, with ES, I'll be wrong where, right? Let me show you. I'll accept complete a play down is if we get down underneath this. There's one pivot itself. There's one level, one line that tells me that yo, be fucking careful. That fucking line right here. That's the line that's telling me to be careful there. If we get back underneath it, find resistance, break down, looking for what? Coming back down to these lows there and filling out this fair value gap or inefficiency, whatever you want to call it, into these area there. And then we work it out, take out these liquidity over there. That's the next plan. That's all it is. Simple as that. Nothing too complicated. Looking at where? Losing the mid-range, coming back to the 25% range, and then actually really looking for February's low. That's all it is. Okay? Everyone understand that? We are quite bullish though. In terms of like of the numbers and whatnot, with what you want to fucking call it? With the inflation. I can't really think at all. Don't know what it is. I think it's the Man City shirt that's making me lose my plot. You know what I'm saying? Oh, who's phoning me now? Fuck that, man. I ain't talking to you, bro. I'll be taking phones in the middle of a freaking work. It's work time, bro. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so that's ES. Yeah, that's really is the plan. There's nothing more to it. Let's go straight into Bitcoin. That's the most important thing. That's the thing that everyone's more concerned about. Now, Bitcoin, I want to show you this, right? What I've got here is some levels, right? The first level I want to actually show you is this level. Yeah, I'm just going to highlight this and then hide everything off, right? I'm not a trend line type of guy. You guys know that. I'm not one of these guys on heebie-jeebies kind of voodoo magic with lines. That's not the way I think I use it as a confluence, but I don't use it as a particular way for me to trade personally. But as you can see, right, that's that low here. A bit of a chop, resistance, deviation, resistance. Once we get underneath it, right, we are on the underside there. We haven't found support. We keep finding resistance, resistance. When we do get above it, we find support, 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 and then we come back down. Is this a deviation? I don't know. If it is a deviation, what I want to see really and truly is to get it to actually close back up above this freaking line itself. Once we can close back up, then we can say, yeah, bullish price action where we're going into this area here, and then take out the highs, and then we can take out these highs over there. That's what we're looking for next. As long as that holds, great, happy days. Second thing is, right, I've got another trend line over here, a bit of a funky one, right? I'm gonna just narrow that down over here, and this over there, and this over here. This is a new fucking style. I've never fucking talked about trend lines with you guys, blah like that. This is funky, fucking weird for me. I ain't gonna lie to you. And I want to highlight this one as well, right? Because it just gives us some added confluence. It's always nice to have added confluence. Right then, we've got a channel, a bearish channel, coming back to lows, back to the highs, back to the mid range, back to the highs, deviates, come back to the range lows. I'll be coming back to the highs. You know, that's the next thing is we're looking at. Like we're not, although the numbers are looking great and whatever. Nah, bro, it's me, bro. Not me. What you saying, man? Fucking make me blush and shit. You fucking dickhead. Yo, crypto guys, how's it going? You need to leave. No worries, man. You take care of yourself, my brother. Big love for that. We've got blue to blue. If you take the line a bit lower, it's even more confluence. Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about. I'm just gonna stick with the lines I've chosen there. But yeah. So we've got the trend line over here, right? If we come up to these highs over here, go and all the block there, and break out the highs, find support, bullish price action. This will give us added confluence, right? For what? A breakout of this bearish channel, because normally on a bearish channel, we tend to break out and push up higher, right? Like eventually, it can go as low as it wants to do. Eventually, it will break out. Okay, that's the plan. That's the idea. If it does break out and it gets up, bullish price action, we know we're gonna go up higher. At the same time, we've got confidence with this trend line, that macro big ass motherfucking trend line we just did, so like 5 seconds ago. And then we know we're above the trend line. We have a greater chance for higher prices, looking for 32k. 32k, that's the key. That's what I'm focusing for this week. I'm not focusing on anything else. What you're saying, my thingy, my bro, Mr. M, big love to you, my brother. So that's the key thing that I'm looking at. So that's one chart. Second chart, is this the one? That's the second chart. Here we go. Right. This is the main. This to me is quite an important one for the time being. Okay. That's the high. That's the low. It's a weekly range. Okay. Nothing fancy to it. Right. So, and then I'm gonna highlight this as a monthly open. Okay. You guys know. As a monthly. I don't know why I keep doing that. It makes no sense because it was just the same thing. But I just feel like comfortable when I have my own drawings on there. In case I actually move shit around and whatever. Anyway, so look what's happening. Okay. This is a range band environment. Whoopsie daisy. This is a range band environment that we kept playing. We've done a deviation of the range. We come back down. We step back in. We're looking to go back into the range low. But we don't go back to the range low. We hold support. We go back up. Off an order block itself. And then we go back up. Now, this is the thing. It gets a bit funky. Got a deviation over here. We step back in. Right. And we push back up from the mid-range. Now, the question is, do we hold the mid-range, bullish price action? I'm happy to go into where, well, back into the range high. And then from the range high, we'll see if we hold above it, go back into the monthly open as a quick little trade. Once we reclaim the monthly open, then we know, yeah, but hang on a second, this is most likely the low is in. The low is in. We're looking to take out the liquidity over here. See, let me delete that for a second. Then we're looking to take out the liquidity of this high over here, which is, yeah, the high of the month, the current high of the month itself. And then once we take that out, the doors open up. Then the doors open up to come into these highs over here and possibly that high. And then we have a bigger plan there. There's a reason why I'm showing you this chart here. There's going to be another one touch overlap. And I'm using both charts itself simultaneously when I'm taking trades and whatnot. but that's really is the truth. It like that I'm looking at the same time. Now, there's another thing I also want to point out off this chart, which shows us there's an increased possibility of us going up to the monthly open. Do you want to know what it is? It's just one simple range. Whoopsie daisy. Oh, let me go back to that. Bring that up. Oh yeah, let me say, where am I wrong? I have to do that. I always have to do that. I can actually, you can't just be, oh yeah, I'm bullish like a motherfucker, and then you fucking like lose the plot and take longs and get stopped out, and you're like, yo, but what's wrong here? You've got to look at both sides of the market. So where am I wrong? If we get back underneath the mid range here, find resistance, bearish market structure, then yeah, fine, fuck it. Take these lows out, and take this out, and come back to support. Then we'll see what happens. If we hold above it, bullish price action, happy days, back to the mid range. If we lose it, right, that's when I'm looking for lower prices. This is when I'm starting looking for 25.2k, right? Let me just show that out. That's the high, and that's the low, weekly range, and that's 25.2k, approximately around there. If we lose this level here, come down over here, let it do its thing, bearish price action, and resistance, off we go, target one will be there. Then we'll see what happens. If we hold above it, I'm bouncing this back up into here. That's all I'm doing here. I'm finding key levels for me to play that continuation. If we're going to get a bounce, we're going to get a bounce. We play it level to level, that's it. I'm looking for that. Now, if we do step back in, hold above this range there, then what are you looking for? Mid-range to the range high. That's all you're doing. Once we if we step into July's low, July's, it's a bit higher, 24.66. July's, yeah, something like that. No, that's July's high. If we step into July's high, then I'll play July's range, playing it back to where? Target 1, and looking to potentially go into here. That's all it is. I'm just following the price. I'm not bearish yet. The market structure is still perfectly fine, if you ask me. I haven't lost any sight of it to say that, yo, this is going to 16k, 14k, or 10k, or whatever they're calling, 10, 8. They're making up numbers. I swear to God, they're making up numbers. That's my protein shake done. Yeah, they're making up numbers in my opinion. But anyway, regardless, forget about that. It's another chart here. What is this chart here? This level here, right? I just want you to focus on the blue line, okay? And the purple line. That's a Monday's range. That's the first week of the month, Monday's range. Okay? So now I'm going to narrow this down. That's Monday's high. That's last week's Monday's range. Monday's high. Not last week. Yeah, last week's Monday's range. That's Monday's high. That's Monday's low. That's all it is. That's all. And you see how we find the mid range? We do a deviation. Find support. Come into the mid range. Find support. It's a small deviation there. That's all it is. As long as we close above this today, happy days, man. This is going to be perfectly fine. So what am I looking for? Let's go to the 4 hours now. Let's go to the 1 hour. So I'm making a little bit of a day trade there, because you guys are going to see a bit more of a macro in just a second there. We're just now narrowing this down for the rest of the week kind of trade, and it might be a few days or whatever to play out. I don't fucking speak, man. It's pissing me off a little bit. Some water. Ooh, tea. 1 second. Body shaking tea. You can't go wrong with that. Right. Yeah, so we got Monday's high, Monday's low, and we got the mid-range, okay? And there's another level I want you to pay attention to, right, which is the monthly open. That's all I want you to pay attention to, nothing else, okay? Keep it nice and simple. Now, I want to break this down into smaller segments for you to understand this, right? And hopefully you do get this now, okay? So what we got the high and the low. Originally, I was looking for take out the low and then reclaim and hold above it, and then we can go to the mid-range to range high. That's how I was looking for on Tuesday. It didn't give me that. Instead, it just freaking rallied. It's just one of those ones. It just literally, that was a range bound environment, broke out of it, retested there. We took some longs there, back into the monthly open and to the Monday's high itself. All good. Looking for a bit of a play out. Came back down, took another long, pushed up there. And that's how I took some profits, small profits around here. And then when I got stopped at break even. I've got to take that, stop that at break even, and then it's just come back to the range low, and all it is from the range low back to the range low. So mid range, range low. That's all it's done so far. Okay, now how do we break this down for me to start understanding what is the momentum of pricing? Okay, one thing you want to pay attention to is the market structure. What's market structure saying? This was bullish. That's the low. That's the high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Then market structure shifts. What do I mean? It went from high, lower low. We took out these lows over here. Market structure shifts. Lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and then we don't make a lower low. We don't take these out. Instead, what we do now is, let me bring this up there. What we do now is make a low, and we break market structure. Again, just like how we broke market structure up there, we do the same thing. We break market structure. So when market structure is broken, we're not in a bearish market structure according to the time frame. Not according to the whole of the market, according to the time frame. So if you're looking at 4 hours of market structure, you stay into a 4-hour market structure. If you're looking at a daily or a weekly, it's a higher time frame market structure. If you're looking at a 5-minute market structure, it's a lower time frame. That's got nothing to do with the bigger picture in the higher time frame. So you play it level to level, one way or another, but you just follow the market structure. That's all the key really is, in my opinion. I think that's a nugget and a half there, but that's really it. That's the truth is. Now breaking that down, right? Look at this now. All I'm looking at is like, look, where's prices in a range, in it? That's what I was saying. The price is always in a range. So to me, it's this high here was a range high, and I'd say this low here was the range low. You see how that price held? So I'm looking for a pullback now. Do we get into this here, or do we get to here, or do we even just come into here and then bounce off? That's what I'm saying. Price is never going to actually send off in one go. It's going to have a pullback. People's going to sell. People's going to actually say, you know what, I want to get lower prices and whatnot. And people chase pricing. You might be chasing the price over here. People are looking for stat bids over here. People say, now once it comes over here, I'll actually buy into it. It's the same process. But the charts, what it does, it tells us a story. If the story is right now, it's in a bullish market structure, according to the time frame is a 1 hour. Okay, so I'm looking for a pullback. Why am I expecting a pullback anytime soon? Well, price is capped over here. In this particular area here, price got underneath it, resistance, sold off. Where we come up into it, we're closing into it, but we run these highs there. There's a flat body candle there, and I'm looking for price to break down, and I can take a little bit of a short back into this level there. And once, well, to be honest, let me delete that. There. To be honest, I can take a short quite easily into that. That's target 1. And then I'm looking at what happens there. So does price come back down to here for my target 2? Or does price come into here as target 3? And then reclaims and hold above it. Bullish price action. I'm happy to cut the trade. Invalidations here. Playing it for these into this area here. And then breaking up into the mid-range. Once we get to the mid-range, all I'm looking for is a play up for the monthly open. That's all it is. And at the monthly open, we can see we get into Monday's high. That's all it is. Break up on the upside. Continue taking out these highs. A continuation of a bearish market structure. Let's go fucking higher. That's it. That's all I'm playing right now. We're broken market structure on the lower time frame. I'm playing the bullish phase right now, according to the 1 hour for the rest of the week, until we make new lows. I think it would break market structure from the higher lows, and we now make a new lower low. Does that make sense, everybody, before I move on? And that's all I'm looking at. Nothing else. I've been using Matic to learn ranges. It's not easy. It's not easy. It does take a lot of practice, though. That's the thing, is it does take a lot of practice, and I want you to actually take it one step at a time. Remember one thing as well. Like, nothing comes easy in life as well. Like, if you look at some of these freaking, like, look at Formula 1 drivers as well, freaking Man City players or football players, or I don't know, like engineers as well. Like, they go through a lot of hard work as well. So it's the same thing. It's like, I make it look easy. Maybe I do make it look easy as well. I'm not saying I do make it look easy. I don't know, actually. I hope I do. But like, I hope I make it. Yeah, that's the right way to say. I do hope that I actually make it look easy to pick out ranges and whatnot. But you have to bear in mind, I've got 6 years. I've been in this game since 2017. So 6 years in this, and you're always grinding day in, day out. Nothing changes. Even if I don't get a trade today, I'm still grinding on something. I'm still looking at things, still sharpening my tools. Like the dank 2 years ago, the dank today, it's a whole different person now. I really truly really hand and heart feel it. In terms of like what I see in the market and how I actually anticipate the market itself. I used to be quite, even 2 years ago, I was quite emotional. Emotional with trades and thinking that I was relaxed, a bit too relaxed in my opinion. I made a big mistake on that. And yeah, let's chat to you guys for a second. Actually, I'm gonna make a cigarette. It's I was really relaxed in terms of do you know when you start making big money, right? And they're flowing in. Now, to me, it's like I've got this deep inside, like in terms of my genetics, my DNA from my father's side of the family. We're hungry people. We like to eat. We like to fucking work hard and grind and stuff like that. We don't like stopping the grind. And what happened was, like, in the circle that I was in, we all made money. We all made really like good money as well. And then and I was quite like, let's do work, let's do work, let's do work. And the circle I was in, I was like, it's like, bro, just relax, man, enjoy yourself. Two different spectrums. Nothing wrong with it. Absolutely nothing wrong with it. In my opinion, I truly believe it. Everyone has their own style in it. Some people are very laid back when they get there, or they want to taste the enjoyment as well, which is perfectly fine. Right. To each to their own. That's what it is. To each to their own. Right. Everyone has their views. But my view really was like to actually work hard. And now, Madcap, how you doing, my brother? It's been a long time. It's been a while. But then what happened was, like, I got relaxed. I got like influence in the circle to actually just take it easy. And there's nothing wrong with it. Again, I'm not saying there's something wrong with it. I'm just saying that looking back at it now, I wish I never did it. I wish I was like always on the grind, always working, always every day at the chart, day in and day out. And yeah, bear market has really taught me a lot. Don't want to get the smoke in my fucking thingy. Yeah, bear market. Yeah, that's bad. It's a bit weird now. Yeah, bear market is actually really taught me a lot in terms of like how to actually be smart and manage with things. Because at the end of the day, right, money comes and money goes in it. And same like people die, people come in, people are born every single day and all that kind of shit. But it's like everyone's got their own responsibility. Whether you're married, whether you got kids, whether you got like a parent who's sick, whether you're trying to help your parents, whether anything. No matter what, keep the grind going, keep the hustle going. Never stop. Never ever stop. Consistency is the only key for you to be successful. Nothing else. That's all that matters at the end of the day. You're thinking about it, 6 years, right? I've been here for 6 fucking years, bro. 6 years. Do you know how fucking long that is, bro? Jesus Christ. 6 years. 6 fucking years. Bro, I feel fucking old. But nah, for real. Legit though. I've been here for 6 years, right? And like, I've taken some time off. For like personal reasons, I've taken some time off because I just wanted to relax a bit. Because it did, finally did well. And the truth is, right, you never stop learning in it. If you never stop learning, why am I gonna stop? Because I made a little bit of money doesn't mean nothing. Money doesn't define me, who I am and how I am with you guys, and my reaction, my actions, and my behavior. All that defines who I am. That's all that matters. There's people out there with so much more money than all of us put together. Hands down. Guarantee you that. So, we do our thing. Look after our family. And inshallah, things will go well for all of us as well, okay? So, keep it nice and going. And I know it's really hard, my bro. Just slow it down. Slow it down. If you need to take a break, take a break. Don't overdo yourself as well. Know your limits, right? At all time, know your limits. That's a very important thing as well. Because, like, we all have limits. We all have capabilities. And like, there's nothing wrong with learning from someone else as well. Like, there's traders out there. I think when I look at them, I'm like, yo, they're fucking sick. Elise is one of them. Elise, and I look at him, I'm like, yo, that guy's gangster, bro. SC is another one as well. I think he's a straight up G, top dog motherfucker. And you got like XO when he takes he takes the piss. He loves to take the piss. But he's a straight up dog, man. Like dog, he's got a dog fighting ability on him as well. You can straight up like tell that guy can fucking like he knocks the trades out the park on the swing trades, man. You gotta give it to him, you know. You gotta give it to all the other players, and it's all about finding your niche in it. Sometimes, and what I think my advice I can give to you, Blue, and to everyone else, when you're looking for a range, maybe just zoom out. Maybe zoom out. I'll give you a little something, right? And I'm gonna have to call it a thingy. I wanted to do Ethereum, but I won't have time, unfortunately. But I'll leave you with this though, right? If you wanna find a range, right? Like this is what I tell my students as well, right? The best thing to do to find a range, right, is always zooming out, having a look, right? Give me a time frame, right? You know what? Let's fucking do this, right? Give me that's A, that's B, and C. That's A, B, and C. I'm gonna let you guys choose A, B, or C, and I'm gonna find a range, just one range, and I'm gonna help you and try to understand that. Like a Blue, you give it to me. This is for you. Yeah, I think there's a bit of a lag in it, so like I'm looking at the thing. There's about I think it's 15 seconds lag, so I'm just waiting for Blue just to get back to me on this. Come on, big man. There's no. You fuck. Fucking hell. Big love to that. Are you muted the stream? Well, I was saying, like, I'm waiting for you to actually fucking. Someone, so. Fucking Bombi jumping in with D as well. I'm saying to you guys, like, choose a letter, A, B, or C. I'm going to find a range. Fucking hell. 1 second. Two shades saying A. We'll go with A, right? Fuck it. Fucking, we got C was easy, right? I'm gonna do A and C quickly. C is an easy one, right? So you got all this range. You know, price is stuck somewhere around here. Well, this hole somewhere around here. All you gotta do is just zoom out, right? Fucking, D will be later. Get out, bro. So I zoom out and see if I can find a particular candle that can actually cap this whole thing. I don't really find anything. I mean, like, well, I can't use this. That doesn't really give me much. I mean, I can use this, right? But that has a lot of deviations, and I mean, it's only encompasses this range bound environment here and this range bound environment here. That's what it does. It doesn't really give me much. So I'm like, okay, let me zoom out for a monthly and see what I got for the monthly. And I'm like, well, hang on a second. I've got something going on here. July's range. So that's, see this July's low? That's July's high. And you can see majority of the time, whoopsie daisy, price has been stuck in here. Has found resistance, support, deviation, resistance, breakout. Now we could come back here and hold support, bullish price action, off we go. You know what I'm saying? Or we could still do consolidation here and have a breakout on the upside. That was the whole range. So when you're focusing within this period, it's all arranged there. Another one, let's do A. So A was right over here. Right. So you're looking at this. It's like, well, this is a range bound environment here. What's encompassing? Well, this gives me a range here, Jan's range over here. But the problem is, right, the only time he touches it is here, resistance, and we kind of float here, and only like months afterwards we come for the lows. So I'm like, okay, let's just have a look what we got. Let me zoom in. Maybe if I zoom into the 1 week, I find something in particular, and then all I see is that there's a range bound environment here. Right, where is it? It's right here. See this low here and this high here? That's the range. One candle encompasses every single candle, or most of them, not every single, majority of them. Look, support, resistance, come back down to an order block somewhere around here. Resistance, deviation, come back down. We find resistance. Where we go into the mid-range. Mid-range, back to the support. So the majority of the time, right, in the 4-5 months, right, that we were stuck in this range. So it's just zoom in, just zoom into it. You know, that's what you gotta do. Zoom into a range and you find another one. This one here, I found another one right here. We're going to the daily. Nah, go on the weekly. Where the fuck are you? There you go. Yeah. Weekly, there's a range right here. Let me highlight this. This high here to this low there. That's the range. So if I drop it down, look, if I drop it down to the daily, we'll make a little bit of sense. Right here. Majority of the time that it's stuck in here, it was within that high and low. Look what will happen. What happens here? We have a deviation, We step back in, break market structure, bullish market structure, up we go, mid range, then to range high. Range high, come back to the mid range, mid range to range low. We'll consolidate over here. Once we lose this low over here, close below it here, retest there, off it goes. That's all it does. So it's always a range. Just find that range, and then you'll be fine. It makes things a lot more easier. And you just gotta follow it level to level, and always be prepared for the outcome on the breakout, on the upside or the downside. Okay. So I'm gonna have to leave, guys. Unfortunately, I won't be able to do Ethereum, which kind of sucks. I'm so sorry about that, but hopefully that helped. In terms of Bitcoin, what we're looking at. I might have to do another stream or something like that in regards to Ethereum itself. So we'll sort that out afterwards. But I'm gonna let you guys go. Take care of yourself. It's my first time seeing Dane with a cap. Yeah, thanks. TCX, bro. I don't like wearing caps until recently now. This is fucking lit. I ain't gonna lie to you. This is really, really, really nice. I ain't gonna lie to you. But yeah, big love, guys. Appreciate that. And you guys have a great week. Wish you all the best of luck. And we'll see you guys soon.